Hello everyone, I am Sunil Kumar Bhatta. So today we are going to discuss the subject circuit and network theory. So in this subject, we are going to discuss the very important theorem, that is maximum power transfer theorem. So let us start. So this is my course outline. So in the course outline, the first is theorem statement, second is proof for the theorem, second is steps to be followed in maximum power transfer theorem, and last that one example that. So first the statement. So in the statement, it states that when the source resistance is equal to load resistance, the maximum power that will transfer from source to load. So to understand this statement, I am taking one circuit. So in this circuit we will analysis when the source resistance and load resistance when it is equal and how the maximum power will transfer. So this is a very simple circuit I am drawing here. One voltage source is connected, one resistance, another resistance is connected. So this voltage source is Vs, this source resistance, this is called Rs, and this is load resistance RL. So in this circuit, the statement, as per the statement, when this Rs is equal to RL, that time the maximum power that will transfer from source to load. Very simple statement, and it is very important also. When this Rs is equal to RL, Rs is that is called source resistance, RL is called load resistance. When these two resistance becomes equal, that time the maximum power that will transfer from source to load. This is the statement. The second point is written here. The maximum power transfer theorem is applicable for both AC and DC circuit. So for AC and for DC circuit, this maximum power transfer theorem that can be applicable. In the third point is written here, the maximum power transfer theorem is used to find the load resistance, for which there would be the maximum amount of power transfer from source to load. So this theorem that is used to find the load resistance value. What is this load resistance value? How much the load resistance value that can be calculated through this maximum power transfer theorem, for which we can calculate also the maximum power. And what is this maximum power value? That later on we will discuss. And in the fourth point is written, the maximum power transfer theorem finds their application in communication systems which receive low strength signal. It is also used in speaker for transferring the maximum power from an amplifier to the speaker. So basically the application of this maximum power transfer theorem that is used in communication systems, and it is also used in speaker where the transferring the maximum power from an amplifier to the speaker. So this is all about the application of maximum power transfer theorem. So coming to the next slide. So coming in the next slide, here the proof is there. So we will prove whether this Rs is equal to RL or not. Okay. So here again one circuit is drawn here, and in this circuit the voltage source Vs is connected, source resistance Rs is connected, and the load resistance RL is connected, and current IL, load current, that is flowing in the circuit. So here this is the source resistance Vs, and this is the resistance Rs, source voltage that is Vs, and load resistance that is RL, current IL that is flowing here in this circuit. Okay, and here that will prove whether the Rs is equal to RL or not. This is the proof that we have to do. So that is the proof for the theorem. So from this figure, from this circuit, we can say the current I equal to, as we know, I equal to V by R. So here I equal to V by Rs plus RL. So this Rs and RL both are connected in series. So voltage divided by resistance. So resistance is Rs plus RL. So the current value, this is the current value. Next, the power delivered to the load. So power delivered to the load. So that is power, that is P. So P formula, power formula, that is we know, that is I square R. So power delivered to the load, so I square into RL. So the I value, this is the I value, and this I value is put here. So that is coming V square into RL divided by Rs plus RL. So next slide. So now to determine the maximum power value. So as we know, to calculate anything or to calculate the maximum power, so we have to differentiate the power with respect to the variable value. So the variable value here, that is the load resistance. So here, that's why, so that is written here. So that is the dp differentiated, the power value that is differentiated with respect to the RL. So dp by drl, that is equal to 0. dp divided by drl, that is equal to 0. Then we will prove it. So that is the power that is differentiated with respect to the variable value. The variable value here, that is the load resistance. So dp by drl, that is equal to 0. So why we are doing this? Because to calculate the maximum power, so here the power value, the power formula, that is in the previous slide, that is already I told you, that is power, the power value, that is I square R. So from that formula, the power here, the P value, that is I have put here the power value, that is V square divided by Rs plus RL square into RL. So now the power value that will be differentiated with respect to RL. So that is du by dv formula. In mathematics we know du by dv formula. So this formula that is used here. So I have taken v square, that is taken outside. So now the derivative of u. So u means the RL. So the RL value. So the RL value here, that is the value that is differentiated with respect to DRL. So V value that is taken constant. So RS plus RL minus then V dB. So that is this denominator derivative. So that is 2 into RL, that is Rs plus RL divided by V square. So V square here, that is the Rs plus RL to the power 4, and that is equal to 0. That is equal to 0. So when it is equal to 0, so this value, the denominator value, that is multiplied with 0, that is equal to 0. So the value that is coming, Rs plus RL square, Rs plus RL square, Rs plus RL square minus 2RL in bracket, that is Rs plus RL equal to 0. So after using the formula, that is Rs square plus RL square into 2 Rs RL minus 2 Rs RL minus 2 RL square equal to 0. So finally, after cancelling out, so this value, that is here, it is cancelled, so that is here, that is minus 2 RL square, and RL square, it is coming, that is Rs square equal to RL square, or finally it is coming as, that is Rs is equal to RL. Rs is equal to RL. So that is our objective. The last slide, in the statement slide, already I told you that when this two resistance becomes equal, that time the maximum power that will transfer. So now we have proved it, that is Rs is equal to RL. So our condition that is satisfied. The condition is, what is the condition? The condition is, that is Rs is equal to RL. So that is the condition. So for this condition, the maximum power that will transfer from source to load. So now this Rs is equal to RL. So hence the maximum power will be transferred to the load when the load resistance is equal to the source resistance. So this is the condition that is satisfied. Hence the theorem that is verified. So coming to the next slide. So next in the next slide, that is the steps to be followed in maximum power transfer theorem. So what are the steps are there for any kind of maximum power transfer theorem problem? How to calculate the load resistance value, what is the maximum power value, so that we can get through from this slide. So that is the steps to be followed in maximum power transfer theorem. So again here, so that is the steps, the number one steps that is written, remove the variable load resistor, that is RL. So whenever any problem that is in the maximum circuit theorem problem, so first we have to remove the load resistance RL. So this is the load resistance RL that we have to remove. In the second step that is written, find the open circuit voltage VTH across point A and B. So after removing the load resistor RL, there we have to calculate the open circuit voltage, or it is also known as Thevenin's voltage. In the Thevenin's theorem, that is we have already discussed, that is Thevenin's voltage, Thevenin's resistance. So this Thevenin's voltage we will calculate across the point A and B where the load resistor has been removed. So there we will calculate the VTH. So VTH is called Thevenin's voltage, or it is also known as open circuit voltage. In the third step it is written, that is the find the resistance RTH. Find the resistance RTH as seen from the point A and B. So in the third step, what we have to calculate? We have to calculate the RTH value. After calculating VTH, then we have to calculate RTH. So for calculating the RTH value, that is already we know that for calculating the RTH, we have to, where the load resistor is removed, there we have to calculate RTH, and when you calculate RTH, the source must be removed. How it will be removed? The source, the voltage source can be, that is that will be shorted, and the current source that will be opened. So by this way we can calculate the RTH value. Then number four step. So after calculating the RTH value, we can get the load resistance value, because in the problem load resistance will not be given. So here, how to know what is the load resistance value? Whatever the value that will come as RTH, that is equal to your load resistance value. So that's why it is written RL is equal to RTH. RL is equal to RTH. So this is the way that we can calculate the RL value. So again in the last step, that is the maximum power. Okay, that is the maximum power, because till now we have not discussed about what is the maximum power formula. So here we can get the maximum power formula. So that is the, for maximum power, find the maximum power, that is the last step. So here you can see one circuit that is drawn here. This circuit, that is the equivalent Thevenin's equivalent circuit. So in the Thevenin's equivalent circuit, this is your Thevenin's voltage VTH, this is the Thevenin's resistance RTH, and this is the load resistance, that is RL, and the current IL is flowing. So this is called your Thevenin's equivalent circuit. So in this Thevenin's equivalent circuit, we can calculate the current value. So from this circuit, the current value IL equal to VTH divided by RTH plus RL. As we know, RL is equal to RTH. So RL is equal to RTH. So now this 2 RTH, that will be 2 RTH. VTH divided by 2 RTH. So now Pmax, that is the power, maximum power. So maximum power formula, that is I square RL. So now you put the I value here. So that is VTH square divided by 4 RTH square into RTH. So this square RTH, that will be cancelled out. So finally it is coming VTH square by 4 RTH. VTH square by 4 RTH. So Pmax. So finally we are getting, so that is VTH square by 4 RTH. This is the final formula, maximum power formula, Pmax equal to VTH square by 4 RTH. So by this way we can calculate the maximum power. So for this maximum power we need two things. One is your VTH, second is your RTH. VTH is known as open circuit voltage or Thevenin's voltage, and RTH is known as Thevenin's resistance. So for this we have to calculate this VTH and RTH, and after that finally we can able to calculate the maximum power. So that is called Pmax. So these are the steps, that is very important steps. And one thing that we have to remember, this RL value, because in the sometimes the question will be given find the RL value. So the RL value, what will be the RL value? Whatever the RTH value is coming, that is the RL value. So that's why it is RL is equal to RTH. So RTH, after calculating RTH, we can able to answer what is the RL value. Okay. So coming to the next slide, one example is there in the next slide. Yes, one example. This is a very important problem also. So in this problem, so here just okay. So here in the example that is written, the problem is there. So in the question asks that find the value of the resistance in the figure for maximum power transfer and calculate the maximum power. So basically the question asks that is to calculate first number one, that is RL value, then number two it is asking that is calculate P max. So these two things we have to calculate for this circuit. This is the circuit given. So for this circuit we have to calculate these two things, that is RL and P max, maximum power. So first already we have discussed the steps what we have to do, and in the previous slide as I mentioned there, in the first step that we have to remove the load resistance. So load resistance, the value that is not given, this RL value that is not given. So here question asks this RL value. So this RL value must be removed. Okay. So after removing the RL value, we can calculate the VTH value as well as the RTH value. So first step, that is we have to remove the load resistance RL. Then second step, number two step, that is to calculate the VTH value. So here in the second, that is the VTH. So after removing the RL value, so the first thing that we are going to calculate, that is VTH. So for this VTH, you can see the diagram, everything is there in the circuit, only this RL value that is removed here, and across this point A and B is written, and here VTH is also written, and the load resistance that is completely removed, and everything is there in the that is connected in the circuit. So how to calculate VTH value? So for this circuit, the VTH can be calculated, that can be different methods are there. Current division rule is there, mesh analysis you can apply, nodal analysis you can apply. So here I have taken the current division rule. By using current division rule, we can able to calculate the VTH value. So how to calculate VTH value? So first you need to understand. So for VTH value, the VTH is known as open circuit voltage. So the voltage value, what will be the voltage value? So whatever the voltage will be across this 3 ohm, that the voltage the same as your VTH value. So first we have to calculate the current across 3 ohm, then this current into this resistance, that we can get, that is the voltage, that is VTH. So for to calculate the current in 3 ohm, so here the current in 3 ohm, that is I3 ohm, that is current in 3 ohm. So that is by using current division rule. So current division rule I have used here. So main current is, that is 50 ampere. So 50 into then 3, now you see this 3 ohm. So across the 3 ohm, the 5 ohm is connected in parallel. So now this 5 ohm that is connected, 5 divided by 5 plus 2 plus 3. 5 divided by 5 plus 2 plus 3. So that is coming 25 ampere. 25 ampere across 3 ohm. So this is the current is coming. So that is 25 ampere. So 25 into 3. Now the voltage value that is coming. So VTH value that is coming 25 into 3, that is 75 volt. So finally we have calculated VTH equal to 75 volt. So VTH that is coming 75 volt. Okay. Then in the next step, the next step is your RTH. So again in the same circuit, what are the changes we have to do? As I mentioned for RTH, and first we have to remove RL. So RL is already removed, and here point A and B is written, then RTH is written in that position. So any other changes that is done here? So yes, the source that is removed, this current source. So already I told you, if a voltage source is there, then we have to short it. If current source is there, we have to open it. So now you see across the current source position, the circuit that is open circuited. So at this condition, we have to calculate RTH for this circuit. We have to calculate RTH for this circuit. Only we have to see the resistances is connected in series or parallel. Nothing is there for RTH. Very simple. Only we have to see whether the resistances, how many resistances connected in series, how many resistance connected in parallel. So you see from this side, from A and B point, we have to see the resistances connected in series and parallel. So here we can see this 10 ohm is not working because this side is open, so current is not flowing. So 10 ohm is ineffective. That is not working. So another 3 resistance, that is 2 ohm, 5 ohm and 3 ohm. So this 2 ohm and 5 ohm that is connected in series and 3 ohm that is connected in parallel. So finally we can see RTH equal to, that is this 5 and 2 that is connected in series. So that is coming 7. So that is 7 into 3 divided by 7 plus 3. Okay, sir. This is 5 plus 2 into 3. That is 7 plus 3. So that is coming 2.1 ohm. That is coming 2.1 ohm. So that is 7 into 3, that is 21 by 10. 21 by 10, that is equal to 2.1 ohm. So VTH calculated and RTH is also calculated. So that is by using the formula. So these two resistances, 2 ohm and 5 ohm, that is connected in series, 3 ohm is connected parallel. So that is product by sum formula. So that is 7 into 3 divided by 7 plus 3. So that is 2.1 ohm. Right, the maximum power. Yes, you can see the maximum power. The problem is not over. So to calculate the maximum power, so the first bit that is we calculated, that is RL. So RL is calculated. So how much? RL is equal to your RTH, that is coming 2.1 ohm. Then after calculating RTH or RL value, then we can able to calculate P max. The P max formula is written here. P max equal to VTH square by 4 RTH. So that is 75 square divided by 4 into 2.1. 2.1 is the RTH value. So RTH equal to your RL. So that is coming 669.64 watt. Okay, and this is your equivalent circuit. So equivalent circuit, here the VTH value is connected, and this is your RTH value is connected, and this is the load resistance is connected. So that is the equivalent circuit. So this is your VTH. I am writing this is VTH, this is RTH, and this is RL, and RTH is equal to RL. So that's why it is 2.1 ohm. 2.1 ohm. So finally, this is called equivalent circuit, and we have calculated the maximum value, the maximum power value, that is 669.64 watt, that is calculated. So thank you.